Proverbs 23, March 23. Guys, we're reading a proverb for every day in March that by the end of the month will receive all of the wisdom that the Proverbs have to offer. Now, Proverbs 23 is all about how we can turn our backs on sin and on the world that propagates sin so much because our sinful nature wants so much sin. But God calls us to a lifestyle clothed in his righteousness apart from sin. So, what is my favorite verse in verse 20 in chapter 23? Verse 17, don't envy sinners, but always continue to fear the Lord. Verse 18, you will be rewarded for this. Your hope will not be disappointed. Guys, it is okay to leave the standard that the world propagates to go follow the standard that God calls us to. Because at the end of the day, we are God's children. We are made in his image. We are made for his purpose. We're made for his standard. So many times, guys, in life, we get blinded by this standard that we think is true, that we see so much on social media or see in other people or see in life that we want. And this is something that I fall victim to quite frequently and constantly overcoming this and working to overcome it. But oftentimes we envy sinners, we envy a sinful lifestyle, not because we envy the sin, but because we're like, man, come on, God, like I want to be doing the things that are pleasurable to my flesh. Like, Lord, I want to be chasing the bag, like I want to be chasing the thing that my flesh wants. Like, come on, God, like I feel like I'm suffering right now. I feel like I'm missing out. That is the thoughts that we have so much, is that we think we're missing out. But in reality, this proverb right here, and Jesus also tells us that we'll be rewarded for this. We're storing treasures in heaven. And it's hard to wrap our minds around that, but we can really take this as truth and understand that that is what Jesus is telling us that we're doing, is that we are storing up treasure in heaven where it really matters. Because everything that we do here on earth will die away and go away when we close our eyes here for once and for good. And when we open our eyes on the other side of eternity, since we don't understand or haven't been in eternity yet, we can't understand it. But one thing that God promises us is that we will be rewarded for putting off our sinful nature, for turning on the world, turning from the world, turning from the standard that the world propagates and running toward the standard that God calls us to. So guys, I love you so much. Go read Proverbs 23. It is filled with so much wisdom. It's so good. So good. But anyways, I love you guys so much, and I'll see you tomorrow for Proverbs 24.